Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to walk you through how to list something for sale on eBay using just their app and just your phone. Back in the olden days, like 10 or more years ago when I started selling on eBay, I'd use my digital camera and I'd shoot the items and then I'd have to download it onto my computer and write the listing and edit and all that stuff from there. But now I use mostly my phone because it is so easy. Today I'm going to walk you through how to list these goggles that I shot the pictures for a couple of weeks ago. The video is in the description if you want to check out my process on how to take and edit pictures really quickly on your phone. But we're going to list these goggles today, so let's get right to it. Okay, here we are in the eBay app. I'm just going to click the big blue button at the top that says list an item. And here I'm just going to do men's goggles, just so it brings up the correct category for me. I have a title written already that we'll put in. So I'm just going to click create a new listing. And they're new with the tags. And we'll give this a second. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is add my pictures. Okay, here are my pictures I'm going to add. This one I'm going to choose as my first picture just because it's showing everything that the buyer is getting. We can rearrange these later in a minute, but I'm going to add these and I'm just going to click done. Those will keep uploading in the background. Now, as far as my title is concerned, that's not a good title. Nobody's going to find my item. So I have a title written already over here in my notes. I'm just going to copy and paste into my listing. Hit that little pencil on the right-hand side, and we're going to paste this in. Now notice that each word is capitalized. It just makes it really easy to read. It's also good to use commas and dashes, just things that make it really easy for the buyer to read the title. So this is very descriptive. It's saying the model, the make, the color, things like that. Just make it really easy for your buyer to find your item. If you need to look up similar items that have sold to get an idea of what a good title is, go ahead and do that. Here in the item specific section, I'm going to hit the little pencil to the right. See this circle here right under the word item and how it's only partially blue? We want to get that as much blue as we can by adding more item specifics. So for example, on department, I could do unisex adults. See how the circle is filling, like you're closing your circles, like on an Apple Watch or something. Performance activity, you'd choose anything that is relevant. And see, we're getting more and more specific so that when buyers go onto eBay and they filter on the left-hand side, like they want this color for this activity, and they're filtering their search results, our item will get found. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing this here because your item is going to be different, but as you can see, there's lots of things that you can fill in here to close that ring. So we'd hit done, and then our category here in the middle, you can see that it is showing winter sports clothing, and then goggles and sunglasses is the final category. That's exactly right. That's right where we want it. Now, in my description here, auto-filled by eBay, it's just showing my title, basically, and saying that I marked it new and that it's going to ship priority mail, just because that's my default shipping setting. But not a lot of people are going to read your description very closely, but it's still good to have a better one than that. So I have one written over here already. Just going to copy and paste it. This is a typical way I will write my descriptions. Let's get rid of this one and we'll paste this one in. So this is easier to read for one thing, and it's very clear on what the buyer is getting so that there's no confusion on the color or is there an extra lens? Does this come with the box? So this reduces buyer questions for one thing, and then it helps with keeping buyers satisfied as well because they're getting exactly what they ordered. So hit done there. Pricing, here you can choose if you want it to be on an auction or buy it now. If I don't really care how much I get for the item, I'm just happy to unload it and I'll take whatever I can get. I usually run it on an auction and I'll start it at $1. But if I want a certain amount for this, I would prefer to sell it buy it now. So I would turn off the auction and turn on buy it now. And it's showing me here the online trending price. So similar items on eBay are selling for about $75. That sounds good to me. I'd be happy with that. But I'm actually going to do it a little bit lower so it will sell faster. And I personally like to end my item prices in a 7. I think there's something psychological to it and there's science behind it, but whatever, it works for me. I'm going to end my price in a 7. And here you can choose to allow offers. If you want buyers to submit offers to you and you can choose to accept them or not, you can allow that. I'm not going to do that. I have one. I'm not going to schedule the start time, and I'm going to click done. Okay, the next thing here is shipping. So whatever you choose here for your shipping method, eBay will pre-fill this when you go to create the shipping label later. So if you want to do free shipping, you can just mark free shipping and then you can deal with the shipping costs later. Or if you want to fill in all the information here, you can. So for my package details, it actually autofilled this correctly. I don't know why, but it is 1 pound and this is the approximate dimensions here. And I'm going to ship this priority mail and this is the approximate cost. Just keep in mind, eBay will give you a small discount off of this price when you go to check out and make your shipping label. And right now it's charging the buyer for the calculated shipping. So based on where they live and how far away they are from me, their shipping price will fluctuate a bit. So if you don't want buyers to worry about that, you can have them pay a flat cost. If you just want them to pay like $8 for your item, ooh, $800 would be nice, but $8, and then you'll pick up the slack or you'll collect the extra, whatever you want to do there. You can choose to ship internationally. Now, keep in mind, this is really awesome about eBay. You don't actually have to ship this to their country. eBay has a program called eBay Global Shipping, and you basically just send this order to their fulfillment warehouse in Kentucky, and then they repackage it for you and they send it on to your buyer. And they give those costs to the buyer. So if they're in Italy or something and they're going to have to pay customs and fees and the additional shipping, your buyer is going to pay for all of that. You're just responsible to ship the item to Kentucky. And when you go to create the shipping label for this order, if an international buyer did purchase this, it would autofill that information for you. It's super easy. You don't have to know the address or any of that. You just create the shipping label, it'll get shipped there, and eBay will handle it from there, which is nice because it increases your reach on your buyers. So you can always do that, and you just select global shipping program. That was kind of fast, but right here, I mean, if you want to ship it internationally yourself, you can. There are services here that you can choose from. I prefer the global shipping program because I don't have to deal with the customs or any of that. So I'm going to hit done. I don't want people picking this up locally from me. I'm going to hit done. Everybody pays through eBay managed payments now, or you collect cash on delivery, but I don't do that. So eBay managed payments, and this is showing where I am. I do want to require immediate payment. So if somebody clicks on buy it now, they have to pay then too. I don't want somebody to click on buy it now and then never pay me, because then I have to wait 10 days for eBay to file an unpaid item case against the buyer, and then I can relist the item. I just want the person to have to pay for it right then. And here you can set your return policy. I always allow returns with 30 days, and I pay for the return shipping. And this works for me. I think buyers just prefer this, but if you're new and you don't want to worry about incurring costs on buyer returns, especially if you're selling clothing or something that does get returned a lot, you can mark it that the buyer has to pay for the return shipping. Okay, I'm done here. Done here. You can choose to promote your listing for a small fee, and this is only applicable, the fee is only applicable if your item sells. So if I wanted to promote this and basically just boost it up in the search results listing, I can pay a percentage of what the item costs. So for example, they defaulted it to 10.1% right here. That's high. I almost never do that. If I do promoted listings, I always just do 1%. And it seems to be as effective as higher percentages, and it costs me way less money. So here I'm going to pay 67 cents if the buyer pays on a promoted listing. And that's fine for me. I'm happy to do that. So I'm going to hit done. I'm not going to donate anything to charity. And then here, I'm just going to click list your item, and this will list my item on the eBay website. All right, that wasn't too complicated. If you found this video useful, please like it and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next week.